In question number 58, we have consider the two statements S1 and S2 followed by a question. S1, P and Q both are prime numbers. S2, P plus Q is an odd integer. Question, is PQ an odd integer? Which one of the following is correct? Option A, S1 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Option B, S2 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Option C, both S1 and S2 taken together are not sufficient to answer the question. Or option D, both S1 and S2 are necessary to answer the question. In question number 58, we have two statements. P and Q both are prime numbers. Okay. And S2, this is the statement 1. P and Q are both prime question mark. No, it's a statement, so it's a statement, it's not a question mark, it's definite. P plus Q is an odd integer as per statement 2 is equal to odd. So, and they're asking whether PQ is an odd integer. How will you know whether PQ is odd or not? See, first let's go to this particular statement. We'll come to S1 later. If P plus Q has to be odd, see, let's assume that P and Q both are even numbers. Sum of two even numbers is always an even number. Okay. So these P and Q both, they are not even numbers. Sum of two odd numbers is also an even number. So these two things cannot hold good. So only a sum of an odd number and an even number will give you an odd number. They are saying P plus Q is an odd number. So what it means is that either one of these is an odd number and the other one is the even number. Both are not even numbers or both are not odd numbers. Either P or Q is an odd number. Okay. Similarly, when you multiply two even numbers, you will get an even number. And you multiply two odd numbers, you get an odd number. You multiply an odd number with an even number, you get an even number. So we have to see that is PQ an odd integer. Okay. So PQ can be an odd integer only when both of them are odd. But as per statement P plus Q, as per statement 2, P plus Q is odd, which in turn it's like they are telling that either P or Q, either one of them is even and the other one is odd. Okay. Let's say P is even and Q is odd. But for PQ to be odd, we need to have both of them as odd. Okay, so we can answer this question and tell them no, P and PQ is not an odd number because either of P or Q is an even number. So statement 2 helps us in answering the question. Okay, so S2 alone is sufficient to answer this question, but let's have a look at whether S1 alone is sufficient to answer this question. Whenever they give us statements, we need to try to analyze whether each of the statements alone are sufficient to answer the question. That would be our first step always. Because then there may be an option saying that either S1 or S2 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Here we are not having that option, but in some questions we have that option. So let's go to statement S1. In S1 they are saying that P and Q both are prime numbers. Okay, they both are prime. See, when they say P and Q are prime, they're not really talking whether these are even or odd. They're not talking about that. They're just saying that it's prime. But our requirement for PQ to be odd or even, we need to know whether they're even or odd. See, in prime numbers, you can think that, okay, 3 and 5, 3 into 5 is 15, 5 into 7 is 35. All these are odd numbers. So you may just think that when I'm multiplying two prime numbers, we always end up with an odd number. So S1 helps us in solving this question. But the trick lies in the number 2. 2 happens to be a prime number. 2 is a prime number. Okay. So 2 is the only even prime number. So what if P is 2 and then I multiply it by another prime number 3, then I get 6. So The statement 1 is ambiguous. So using statement 1, I cannot determine whether PQ is odd or even. But we're using statement 2, I can definitely tell that PQ is not an odd integer. So I can answer this question, is PQ an odd integer, using statement 2. S2 alone is sufficient to answer the question. In question number 59, we have, which year has the same calendar as that of 2009? Is it option A 2018, option B 2017, option C 2016, or option D 2015? In question number 59, they want a year which has the same calendar as 2009. See, there are two things you need to know. First is, every year we have 365 days except leap year, but in normal years we have 365. 365 can be expressed as a multiple of 7 plus 1. It's 364 plus 1, okay? So 364 by 7 is like 52. Okay, it's expressed as 52 into 7 plus 1. I'll tell you what is the importance of this plus 1. So supposing first Jan is Monday in 2009. So it means in 2010 you need to add plus 1, and 1st of Jan in 2010 would be Monday plus 1, that is Tuesday. So we need to reach a calendar which replicates where we have 1st of Jan as Monday as well, assuming that 1st of Jan falls on Monday in 2009. Okay, this can happen when you are able to add plus 7. In case of 2010, I have added only plus 1 because of 365. 365 is a multiple of 7. Whenever you add a multiple of 7 to any date, then that date will give you the same day. Like if you add 365th date to today's day, and today is Tuesday, then that particular day would be Wednesday, because it has a remainder, because it is a multiple of 7 plus 1. This I have already explained in the earlier solution, so I will not elaborate much on that. But there are certain years called leap years, like 2008 is a leap year, 2012, 2016. In these cases we have 366 days, which are expressed as 52 into 7 plus 2. So when you are transiting from 2011 to 12, say 2011 has 1st January as Tuesday or Wednesday, okay, then 2012 you have to add plus 2 when you are transiting into a leap year. Sorry, not 2012, it should be 2013. When you are transiting from a leap year, it has to be, because till the leap year, the number of days is okay, but in February you are having that month. So for 1st of Jan it doesn't apply well, but it applies well for other dates which are after 29th of Feb. Let's not go too much in detail into it. Just let's identify which are the leap years that come in between. See, in ideal situation it should have been 2009 plus 7, that is 2016. But we have 2012 as a leap year in between. In between 2009 and 2016, 2009 to 2016 when you go, you are having 2012 as the leap year, okay. So because plus 2 is added instead of 1, plus 2 is added in between, here you have already taken off that extra year. So the year that we reach here is 2015 and not 2016, okay. I will add it like this. 2010, in this transition there is plus 1, 2011 plus 1, 2012, assuming it is 1st of January, it's plus 1, 2013, from a leap year you are going up, so you are having plus 2, you have to reach 7 here, 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 5, there is no leap year, so plus 1 and plus 1, 2015, you end up with 2015. Basically this addition what you are doing has to reach 7, 1 plus 1, 2, 3, Because it's a leap year, I have added 2, 5 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7. And then you reach this answer, that is 2015. So 2015 is the right answer in this question. So basically what you have to do is, as I said earlier, you just have to add by 7. Whatever year it is, 2009, you add by 7, you reach some year, okay. So in this case it is 2016. Count the number of leap years. If there are 3 leap years, you minus 3. If in between, leap years between these years, if it is 3, you minus 3. If it is 1, you minus 1. So we are minus 1. The leap year is 2012. So we are getting 2015, which is option D. In question number 60, we have number 136 is added to 5b7 and the sum obtained is 783, where a and b are integers. It is given that 783 is exactly divisible by 3. The only possible value of b is option A 2, option B 5, option C 7 or option D 8. In question number 60, what they say is 136 is added to 5b7. Okay, 5b7. So this b is in the tens place. Plus 136 and we are reaching 7a3. Okay. 7 and 7a3 is divisible by 3. The only possible value of b is, see, we have to express this number as 500 plus 10b plus 7. Because 5 is in the hundreds place, 7 is in the units place, plus 100 plus 30 plus 6 is 700 plus 10a plus 3. A is in the units place. So let's add these numbers, this 1 and 2. We will get 600 plus 30 plus 6 plus 7. That is okay, I'll write it separately. 600 plus 30 plus 6 plus 7, which is equal to 700 plus 10a plus 3. Now I further add it. I get 643 is equal to 703 plus 10a. On further division, further subtraction, I get 60 over this side. 60 is equal to this 10b minus 10a. Removing the 10, we end up with b minus a is equal to 6. B is equal to a plus 6. See, the value of b can vary only from 0 to 9, and also value of a can vary only from 0 to 9. See here, b is somewhere, b is a part of the is a part of tens place, right? It is in this num 5b7. So it's in tens place. So its value can vary only from 0 to 9. Okay, and a's value can also vary from 0 to 9. So if a is 0, assuming, then b's value will be 6. If a is 1, b is 7, 8 and 9. So these are the different possibilities we are having. But a can't be 4, because if a is 4, then b is going to be 10. And if b is 10, then it's a nonsense, because b is in tens place. Its value can only be 0 to 9. So we got one restriction, that a will vary from 0 to 3. So let's work out that they are saying that 7a3 is divisible by 3. Let's assume that a is 0. Let's see whether 7 or 3 is divisible by 3 and what we get as a remainder. 3 goes in 7 2 times, 10, 3, 1, 13. So we are getting remainder as, quotient you forget, remainder as 1. If I add, if instead of 0, if I take it as 1, if a is 1, then it would be 7, 13 by 3. In this case, I will get remainder 2. This happens because when you are dividing a number by 3, any number x by 3, and you are getting a remainder of 1, you add it with another number y by plus y by 3, where you add, since there is a number x, you add it by y, okay, somewhere over here, x plus y. When you are doing y by 3, you get a remainder of 1. So when you do x plus y by 3, you will get the remainder as 2. This you may be knowing in your primary class. So a number divided by 3 will give you a remainder of 1. You add it with another number divided by 3, its remainder is 1. So when you add these two numbers and divide by 3, their number remainder will be 2. In this case, you are shifting the tens place from 0 to 1. So that means 703 is becoming 713. That means you are adding tens place here. So 10 by 3 will give you a remainder of 1. So obviously when you are adding 10, the remainder is going to be when you're dividing 713 by 3, the remainder is going to be 2. But instead, if you take this as 723, then the remainder is 3. But there is no question of remainder because 3 is divisible by 3. So 723 will be divisible by 3. Okay, we can cross check that 1, 2, 1, 12, 14 and 1 with quotient as 241. So A's value is 2. It holds good, but so A is equal to 2 holds good. We are happy with that. A is equal to 0 does not hold good. A is equal to 1 does not hold good. And if A is 2, then the value of B is A plus 6. That is 2 plus 6 is equal to 8, which happens to be the only value possible for B, and that's what there was. The only possible value of B is 8. That is option D. Question number 68. If every alternative letter of the English alphabet from B onwards, including B, is written in lowercase, that is small letters, and the remaining letters are capitalized, then how is the first month of the second half of the year written? That is option A, J caps, U small, L caps and Y caps, or option B, J small, U caps, L caps and Y small. Option C, J small, U caps, L small, Y small, or option D, J small, U caps, L small and Y caps. The 68th question, what they are saying is that the alternative letter of the English alphabet from B onwards is written in lowercase. So B itself is written in lowercase, and after that alternatively you will have letters in lowercase, that is D, F, H, etc. So, and the remaining letters are capitalized, that is C, E, G, so on. Then how is the first month of the second half of the year written? Second half of the year starts from July. Okay, so that we know very well. All the options indicate July. So what you have to do is, you have to see whether J, U, L and Y, whether these alphabets, whether they are to be written in capital letters or in small letters. So what we will do is, we will give you a number to all these alphabets. Like we'll give the number 1 to A, 2 to B, 3 to C, 4 to D and so on. So A will have 1, B is represented by 2, C by 3. So let's write all the alphabets till Y. H, I, J, okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y and Z. Okay, that is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26. So whatever B is, the number B has, the letter B has a number 2 corresponding to it. So what it means is that all the letters which are represented by lowercase they're all going to be even numbers. Okay, so let's see J. So J is an even number, so J will have lowercase representation. Okay, next is U. U is represented by 21, so it will have uppercase representation. L is represented by 12, even number, so it will be having a lowercase representation. Y is represented by an odd number, so it will have a capital representation, uppercase representation. So this is what we got. This is capital or uppercase. This is lowercase. Okay. So this we have in option D, July. That's the answer. In question number 69, Sunita cuts a sheet of paper into three pieces. Length of the first piece is equal to the average of the three single digit odd prime numbers. Length of the second piece is equal to that of the first plus one third of the length of the third. The third piece is as long as the other two pieces together. The length of the original sheet of paper is option A 13, option B 15, option C 16 or option D 30 units. In question number 69, we have Sunita cuts a sheet of paper into three pieces. Let those three sheets of paper be X, Y and Z. Let their lengths be X, Y and Z. Okay. The length of the first piece, that is X, is equal to the average of the three single digit odd prime numbers. So those three single digit odd prime numbers are 3, 5 and 7. See, which are the prime numbers which are of single digit, that is 2, 3, 5, 7, and which of these are odd? Only 3, 5 and 7 are odd, 2 is not odd, so you cut 2 out. So here we have single digit odd prime numbers. It is equal to the average of these three, that is 3 plus 5 plus 7 by 3, which is equivalent to 15 by 3 is equal to 5. Length of the second piece is equal to that of the first, that is 5. So y is equal to 5 plus one third of the length of the third. The length of the third is represented as z. So y is equal to 5 plus 1 by 3 z. And they are also saying that z is equivalent to x plus y. Is the length of z is as long as the other two pieces together. So now we will write down over here somewhere that z is equal to x is 5 plus y is 5 plus 1 by 3 z. This whole thing is y. So here we get z is equal to 10 plus 1 by 3 z. So z minus 1 by 3 z is 2 by 3 z is equal to 10. So z is equal to 10 into 3 by 2, which is equivalent to 15. Okay, so we got the length of x is 5, z is 15, and you know that z is the sum of x and y. So y is z minus x. Okay, that is 15 minus 5 is equal to 10. So let's see what's the question. The length of the original sheet of paper is x plus y plus z, that is 5 plus 15 plus 10, that is 30, which is given in answer in option D, 30 units. Question number 70, in the sequence 1, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 3, 5, 7, how many such 5s are there which are not immediately preceded by 3 but are immediately followed by 7? Option A 1, option B 2, option C 3 or option D none. In question number 70, they have given us this sequence. Let me write down the sequence: 1, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 3, 5, 7. Okay, 1, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 3, 5, 7. How many such 5s are there? There are so many 5s here, which are not immediately preceded by 3, but are immediately followed by 7. So it will be something like this 5, 7, and this will not be 3, this particular thing. Okay, so how many? So all of them are followed by 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. Here it's preceded by 3, so this does not hold good for us. Here also it's preceded by 3. So there is only one particular sequence where the first number is not preceded by 3 and 5 is followed by 7. So the answer is option A, 1. There is one such 5. In question number 71, a joint family consists of 7 members A, B, C, D, E, F and G with 3 females. G is a widow and sister-in-law of D's father F. B and D are siblings and A is the daughter of B. C is the cousin of B. Who is E? Wife of F. First statement, wife of F. Second, grandmother of A. 3, aunt of C. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Option A, 1 and 2 only. Option B, 2 and 3 only. Option C, 1 and 3 only. Or option D, 1, 2 and 3. In question number 71, they tell us that there are 7 family members A, B, C, D, E, F and G. G is a widow and sister and with 3 females. This is important. Let's have females over here and males over here. G is a widow in the sense she's a female, that's why she becomes a widow, and her husband does not exist. That means none of these are husband of G. These are 2 things you need to know. And she's also sister-in-law of D, of D's father. Okay, so D is somewhere in the next generation, and here some male is there. He's D's father, that particular male, and she is a sibling of D's mother. This person is D's mother. We don't know who it is, so we'll keep it like that. Here F stands for female and M stands for male. F is female, M is male. Okay. G is a widow and is a sister-in-law of D's father. This fellow's sister-in-law. B and D are siblings, so we'll have B here and D here, coming from the same parents. Their gender is not known. And A is a daughter of B, so we'll have A here, and A, since A is a daughter, A is a female. So we have 3 females here, A, G, I'll write down here, and D's mother, but we don't know who that person is. C is the cousin of B. So C's mother, C should fall somewhere over here. Then they will have a common grandparent and C would be a cousin of B. Now the question is, who is E? Okay, so let's see which are the letters we have marked. We have marked A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D and G. So we are left with E and F. Okay. So they have already given, if you see the second statement, G is a widow and sister-in-law of D's father F. So we have not written it down that. So D's father is F. So only E is left out. Okay, so you have 2 places where you can place E. Okay, either here as a grandparent or as F's wife and B's mother. Since they have mentioned B's mother and have spoken nothing about the grandmother or about the grandparent, whoever it is, let's place E over here and let's see whether the statements hold good. First statement is wife of F. Yeah, it holds good, wife of F. Second statement, grandmother of A, 1 generation, 2nd generation, female, so grandmother of A holds good. Third statement, aunt of C. Aunt of C, C is over here, C's mother is here, so mother's sister. So this statement also holds good. So D, 1, 2, 3 should be the right answer. If 1, 2, 3 was not the right answer, then the right answer would have been none of the above, in which case we would have placed E over here as a grandparent. So, but we don't have none of the above as any of the options. So D should be the answer here. Question number 72. We have each face of a cube can be painted in black or white colors. In how many different ways can the cube be painted? Option A 9, option B 10, option C 11 or option D 12. 72nd question. They are asking us, say this is a cube. Each of its faces can be painted in black or white. So you know that there are two possibilities for each of the face. So you can't just write 2 into 2 into 2 until for 6 times, that is equal to 64. That's not in the option. So here you need a little bit of thinking, you need a little bit of imagination here. Here what happens is, you have a cube, okay? So if I paint this side, this face of the cube black, okay, so it is equivalent of painting this face as black. It's all relative how you see it, because cube has all the sides. In a cube, all sides are all faces are similar, are identical in relation to each other. Okay, so everyone, each of the face is having the same area, same dimension, and relative to each other, everything is same. So when you say there are, say for example, I have to paint only one of the face. Okay, so it will be, so how many possible combinations will I get? I'll have two combinations. Okay, either I can face it, I can paint it white, or I can paint it black. So when you are solving this question, you can't just use the normal method. What method I will use is, I will assume that by default everything would be painted white. Okay, so this is by default, everything is painted white. Okay, so let's get into some situations when black face is 0. The white, all of the faces have to be painted, all 6 faces have to be painted white of the 6 faces of the cube. Okay, so that is one positive. That's very easy to understand. Everything is white. You can do it only in one manner, only in one fashion, one manner. Okay, they are saying how many different ways can the cube be painted? Only one, when black is 0 and white is painted for all the faces. When black, only one face is painted black, it means any of the face. Okay, there is no distinction between this face or this face, because everything is relative to each other. So white is 5. You have only one possibility again. When black is 2, when two faces of the cube are painted black, you have some relativity there. This is a relativity problem. Either it can be two opposite faces, this and the one behind, or it can be two adjacent faces, this and this, say for example. Okay, so these two are adjacent faces, or it can be like that. So say you say that no, I won't paint like this. I will paint this face and this face, one at the top and one at the side. But then if I turn the cube like this, then it's also an adjacent face. So although it appears that these are two different ways of painting, but it's not. The moment I change the cube, the orientation of the cube, the relativity tells me that it is same as painting two adjacent faces. And again, we say that I will paint this top one and bottom one. It is, when you change the cube like this, it's nothing but front and back. So there are only two ways you can paint the cube when you paint two faces as black. Now, when you paint three faces as black, what happens is, however you paint the three faces black, say you paint two opposite faces and one adjacent face, you are getting a strip like this, strip of three faces, 1, 2, 3. However you do paint like this, say like this. Okay, so you have this option as well, that is painting in such a way that you find a strip, or you will find something, two adjacent sides, and the face and one face which is common to these two adjacent faces. Okay, like they need to have a three meeting point. It's like you're taking a corner, and all the faces which are adjacent to this one particular corner, you're painting it. So this is one possibility when you're painting the black thrice. Or if you try to paint it in some other manner, However you paint it, you will get a strip like this, 1, 2 and 3, like this. Okay, you are painting say this, this and this. Again you will find a strip like this. So these are the only two ways in which you can paint. All the things which are into a corner, this face, this face, this face, or the strip manner. It needs a little bit of thinking, a little bit of imagination. So you will end up with only two such possibilities. When you paint all the faces black, oh sorry, four faces black, see again only two whites will be left out. The two whites which are left out, you can compare it with painting two blacks. It can be those two whites which are left out will be either opposite or adjacent. However you try to imagine it, it will come only in these two possibilities. Okay, either they will be opposite or they will be adjacent. It is similar to this one. So you will end up with only two possibilities. When you paint black 5 times and white only once, again you have left out only one white. Okay, so that can be anywhere. Okay, so it's all relative. It's only one way you can do it. And when you paint black 6 times, obviously you know that only one way you can do it. So I write 1 here. Now you just have to total all these numbers which you have got. 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 4 plus 2 6 8 9 and 10. So 10 is the right answer. I have seen many videos explaining this problem, but nobody has explained it in a right manner, I feel. So, but somehow they have reached 10 as the answer. I don't know how. Some people have just done 2 plus 2 plus 2 and reached 12. This problem needs a little bit of imagination, as I said. Painting one face is equivalent to painting any face, because a cube is a relative, it's a relative figure. There is no, say in a right angle triangle, you identify the sides. You say that, okay, this is right angle triangle. This cannot be this is the side which is opposite to right angle triangle. You can't say that suddenly, okay, this side has become that, this side cannot take the place of this side. Okay, but in a cube, every face is identical. So painting this face, if I reverse it, then it's like painting this face, the bottom face. Okay, so everything is relative. That's how this problem is supposed to be solved. Question number 73, we have how many triplets, that is x, y, z combination, satisfy the equation x plus y plus z is equal to 6, where x, y and z are natural numbers. Option A 4, option B 5, option C 9 or option D 10. In question number 73, what they are saying is that x plus y plus z is equal to 6. That's fine. But they're saying that x, y, z are natural numbers. That means x, y, z, the value of x, y, z will be between 1 and 4 actually. You know why it is 4? Because x plus y plus z, these can't be negative. And x and y, their minimum value is 1. So the maximum value of z will be 6 minus 1 is 4. So these numbers x, y, z cannot have a value more than 4. Suppose x is say 5 and you can't give a value of 0 to any of this. Okay, so you have to give at least a value of 1. Here if you give the value of 1, it will become 7. It will not satisfy this equation. That's why there is a limit on the values of x, y and z, and that limit is 4. These can never exceed 4 and they can never come below 1. So their values be either 1, 2, 3 or 4. So to solve this equation, let's make a table. I will erase this. Okay, so we have conditions like when x is say 1. When x is 1, y plus z will be equivalent to 5. So to get this 5, we have these combination 1, 4, y is 1, z is 4, 4, 1. It can happen in reverse way as well. 2, 3, you have to move like this from 1, then you have to go to 2 like that. 3, 2 in an incremental basis. So these 4 combinations are possible. Okay, so let's underline this 4. When x is 2, y plus z will be 4. When y plus z is 4, you have these combinations 1 comma 3, 3 comma 1, and 2 and 2 only. You can't have 2 and 2 again, just like how I did here, because it's the same thing, right? So we have 3 combinations. When x is 3, you have y plus z is equal to 3. And you have 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. These are the only two conditions. So again I'll underline. When x is 4, y and z have to be 1 and 1. There is no other go. So you have only one such situations. Okay, x can't be 5, it's not possible, x can't be 6. So when you add all the possibilities, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, it is equivalent to 10, which is given as option B, which is the right answer. Sorry, not B, D. In question number 74, we have if dollar means divided by, if at the rate of means multiplied by, and if hash means minus, then the value of 10 hash 5 at the rate of $1.5 is option A 0, option B 1, option C 2, or option D 9. In question number 74, we have to assume things. So let's write down like this. Dollar means divided by. Okay. At means multiplied by, like this. Hash means, we call this as hash, means minus. Then what is the value of 10 hash? Instead of hash I write here as minus. 5 at, instead of at I put a multiplication here. 1 and dollar, instead of dollar I put a divided by sign, and 5. In mathematics there is a rule called Bodemus rule. So what it essentially means is that it comes to place when we are actually drawing brackets. So what it says is that the division should be performed. This is D for division, M for multiplication. Division should be performed before multiplication. And these two must be performed before addition and subtraction. Okay. So there's a division sign over here, which should be performed between the two numbers which immediately precede and succeed this division mark. Okay. So we put a bracket there. Multiplication should precede the subtraction. So we'll have something like this. And after that you can go ahead with your subtraction. So on further simplification, we get something like 10 minus 5 into 1 by 5, which is 5 into 1 by 5 will be 1. 10 minus 1 will be equal to 9, which is the option D. In question number 75, we have an 8-digit number 42527446B leaves remainder 0 when divided by 3. How many values of B are possible? Option A 2, option B 3, option C 4, or option D 6. In question number 75, they have given us a digit, okay, it's a 8-digit. It leaves a remainder 0 when divided by 3. What is the meaning of leaving a remainder 0 when divided by 3? It means that it is perfectly divisible by 3. And what is the value of B they are asking? So first let's write down the number 4252746B. It's a pretty huge, large number. Okay, when I'm dividing this entire thing by 3, 3 goes in 4 ones and it leaves a remainder of 1. This 1 is a remainder. So I put it over here. So it goes perfectly with 3. So you don't have any remainder. So 0. I put this 0 as a remainder. Sorry, 12. 12 by 3 is 4 and remainder is 0. 0 and 5 will give you 0, 5. So when you try to divide 5 by 3, you will get 2 as the remainder. So I'll put the 2 over here. When you do 22 by 3, you get 1 as the remainder. So I put it over here. I get 17 by 3. In 17 by 3 I get 2 as the remainder. I put the 2 over here. So then I get 24, 2 and 4, 24. In 24 by 3 you have a perfect number, 8 with 0 as the remainder. So this remainder I put over here. You have this number 06 by 3 remainder as 0. So you have a number 0, 0 and b, okay. This you read it together, it's a tens place and units place. Basically 0b is nothing but b, that is any digit. When it divides by 3, it needs to give 0 as remainder, okay. Remainder. So 0 as remainder means this particular b is a multiple of 3. Okay, so what are the multiples of 3 which are single digit numbers? 3, 6 and 9. So b can be either 3, 6 or 9 and it is perfectly divisible by 3. So there are 3 such possibilities. How many values of b are possible? The answer will be 3, that is option B. We have directions for questions 76 to 78. Read the following information and answer the 3 items that follow. 6 students A, B, C, D and F appeared in several tests. Either C or F scores the highest. Whenever C scores the highest, then E scores the least. Whenever F scores the highest, B scores the least. In all the tests, they got different marks. D scores higher than A, but they are close competitors. A scores higher than B. C scores higher than A. 76th question. If F stands second in the ranking, then the position of B is option A third, option B fourth, option C fifth, or option D sixth. 76 to 78. See, there are 6 people. A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, no G. There are 6 people. Either C or F scores the highest. So we have many places over here, okay. C or F, either of them scores the highest. And there are 2 possibilities. That is C scoring the highest. When C scores the highest, E scores the least. 1, 2, 3, 4 in between them. And when F scores the highest, B scores the least. Okay, these are the 2 possibilities. In all the tests, they get different marks. They got different marks. D scores higher than A. This is a condition, okay, precondition. We'll just write over here. D scores higher than A. But they are close competitors. That means they are right next to each other. They are sitting right next to each other. They are because they have said they are close competitors. A scores higher than B, but how much higher we don't know. Okay, C is somewhere over the line over here. A is scoring higher than B. C scores higher than A. So C also is there somewhere this side. C is also there. Okay, we don't know how many places separate them. It's just for our convenience we have marked. So the whole overall pattern has to be CDAB, okay? This pattern has to be there. We don't know how many people come in between them, after them or before them. The first, in 76th question, they themselves say that F stands second in the ranking. See, the topper has to be either C or F. So if F is in the second position, that means C is the topper. And F is here in the second position. Then the position has to be, and E is at the least position when C is the topper. When F is second, that means he has given it up to C. C is first and E will be the last person. This order cannot be changed, C, D, A, B. Okay, C is already taken for, then you have only 3 places left. So this will be the order for 76th question. So the question is, then what is the position of B? Position of B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is option C is the right answer. In 77th question, if B scores the least, the rank of C will be option A second, option B third, option C fourth, or option D second or third. In the 77th question, they have said that B scores the least. That is this pattern they are maintaining. Now, we know that we need to have C, D, A B. B is already taken for here. So CDA has to occupy these 4 places. And there are only 2 possibilities how they can do that. Either it should be CDA like this and E over here, or it should be CDA over here and E over here. Always C will score more than D and D will score more than A. This can be maintained only in three possibilities, in 3 situations, okay? In 2 situations, only in 2 possibilities, sorry. Either this CDAE or this ECDA. So either C's position will be second or third. They are asking the rank of C will be. It will be either 2 or 3. That is option D. Question number 78. If E is ranked third, then which one of the following is correct? Option A, E gets more mark than C. Option B, C gets more mark than E. Option C, A is ranked fourth. Or option D, D is ranked fifth. 78th one. They are saying that E is ranked third. Okay. What do they mean by E is ranked third? If E is at the end, if E is occupying the last position, that means C is the topper. But E is now at the third position, that means F is the topper. And B is actually scoring the least marks of all. Then which of the following is correct? See, then again this thing is a constant. C, D, A, B is a constant. Okay. B is taken for. So you just fill it by C, D and A in that order. And you answer the question. Which of the following is correct? The option A, E gets more mark than C. Sorry, option A is wrong. We'll go to option B. C gets more mark than E. Yes, it's true. Option C, A is ranked 4th. No, A is ranked 5th. D is ranked 5th. No, D is ranked 4th. So option B is the right answer. We have directions for the following 2 items. That is question number 79 and 80. Read the following statements S1 and S2 and answer the 2 items that follow. Statement S1. Twice the weight of Sohan is less than the weight of Mohan or that of Rohan. S2. Twice the weight of Rohan is greater than the weight of Mohan or that of Sohan. Question number 79. Which one of the following statements is correct? Option A. Weight of Mohan is greatest. Option B. Weight of Sohan is greatest. Option C. Weight of Rohan is greatest. Or option D. Whose weight is greatest cannot be determined. In question number 79 to 80, we have 2 statements. Twice the weight of Sohan is less than the weight of Mohan or that of Rohan. That is 2s is less than m and also 2s is less than r. So this 2s may confuse you. Actually you need to see it as s. S is less than m by 2 and s is less than r by 2 as well. So say there is a person Mohan, his weight is 70 kilos. You are obviously less than 70 by 2, you are less than 35 kilos. So obviously you will be less than 70 kilos as well. When you are less than 70 by 2, that is when s is less than 35, it's also obvious that s is also less than 70. So when s is less than m by 2, it's also obvious that s is less than m. Similarly here, s is less than r by 2 would mean that s is less than r. So s is less than both m and r wherever they are placed. We don't know who is heavier among the two, but we definitely know that Sohan is the least weighted individual. We have another statement which says that twice the weight of Rohan is greater than that of Mohan or that of Sohan. Just we remove the 2 this side, we'll get r is greater than m by 2 and r is greater than s by 2. This does not reveal anything because this is half the weight of Mohan. Say Mohan is 70 kilos and Rohan is say 60 kilos. They are only telling that 60 is greater than 35. It doesn't mean anything. We have to compare 60 with 70. So we may think that Rohan's weight is greater because it's more than 35. But no, Rohan's weight is actually 70. We need a comparison with 70, right? So this doesn't tell us anything. This doesn't tell us whether R is greater than M or not. So it's a redundant thing. It doesn't help us. We already know that S is lesser than both R and M. So we cannot determine whose weight is the greatest. So option D should be the right answer. We have question number 80. Which one of the following statements is correct? Option A, weight of Mohan is least. Option B, weight of Sohan is least. Option C, weight of Rohan is least. Or option D, whose weight is least cannot be determined. And for question number 80, we know that Sohan's weight is the least. Weight of Sohan is least. So option B should be the right answer there. So guys, we have solved UPSC CSAT paper 2, that is 2019 paper. The best way to score more marks in this paper is by solving the previous year's papers. I think that one would solve most of your issues instead of going through so many materials here and there, because what the kind of questions UPSC asks is not that easy, nor it is very tough. It is like easy to moderate level, and they will have sufficient amount of questions. They will have at least 20 questions in this, which are like really easy, and you have to solve them. The English part is a bit tricky. The English part, nobody can say that their particular option is the right one. So there's always a doubt in that. So you must always try to get the maximum in the maths and aptitude part. The aptitude and reasoning part.